mentioned about homework that has been, a long-standing tradition in education. So, do you think it is still relevant in modern times, and or is it an outdated practice? And if we have to continue to value homework, how should we redesign it to promote creativity and joyful learning instead of creating stress in students? And looking beyond homework, should after school hours be seen more as a space to play, rest, or even earning real life skills for the children?
Oh, it's a very interesting question, actually. Thank you, Nisi, for that question. I think let's replace homework from homework to home stretch. So one important concept is that we should not have the children dependent on tutors, adults, or anybody telling them what to do, how to do, and all that. And parents get so concerned that my child doesn't know this, doesn't know that. So we are feeling that the parents need to be what we are calling galvanizers, and so do the teachers. They need to learn at home. They should not be told to do so. They're themselves excited to do so. And so learning just explodes, literally. And we're not just talking about learning. For example, we were just developing a unit in EVS in which we have got a kitchen scene. So these little ones, 3-year-olds, are looking at the objects that are kept in this environment, and they can say this is a stove, this is a pan, this is a cup, this is a bowl, whatever. And they recognize and they learn the vocabulary, but it's on the table, on the counter, on the stove. They're learning that as well. And it's a frame by which they can actually just on their own frame the sentences. They just need to be triggered. And especially when Tina Toto are there to trigger them. One says this, the other says that. Then they go home and they continue with it. So what is changed is the fact that the teacher is knowing what to do, which of course earlier you would have a teacher's training program, a big long training program, and 3 months later you'll forget it. It's natural. So here what you'd have is these teacher triggers on every page, every half page module. There are these teacher triggers, and these triggers tell a teacher what she's supposed to do. For example, introduce the word on and have that discussion. Half the class is Tina, half the class is Toto. You're having the conversation, they're developing their vocabulary, and then they go home. Now there's something also called home stretch. So there's a section at the bottom of the page which says in class and then home stretch. The home stretch is basically where the child will go to the kitchen and will recognize things in the kitchen and say that's on the table, there, on the counter, and recognize even more words. And so their vocabulary will improve, their real life connection will improve, their learning about the environment will improve. So homework is different. It's a stretch on what we do. It's deepening of what you do. It's practice of what you do. And it's not, that I teach you one particular thing in a class and I'll give you 5 of those to do at home and you're stuck. You're saying, what do I do? And then, it's like, okay, the father says, let's get a tutor. It's not like that. So how do you do it? It's sort of like we are setting out a different narrative here. And that's supported by data, that's supported by research, that's supported by teachers' experiences, the parents' experiences. Normally a parent will just know, my child went to school, came back home, you say, what did you do today? And little children can't articulate, even older ones say, it was a good day, it was a bad day. There's no real connection, there's no real dialogue, there's no real discussion. The teachers write their diary for them when they're little, and the older ones write their own diary, and they'll write down in class, and then just, a few phrases, a few words, and then at home, a few phrases, pages so and so to so and so. That's all the parent is privy to. Now, parents obviously feel so much more supported when you have these home stretch activities and in class, so they can see, okay, today my child does this in class, and today my child is going to work on this at home. So parents have become support to the children while children are leading. And what's fascinating also is the parents have become videographers. Now they're videographing. The child is all dressed up. Sometimes they don't even change from their uniform and they want to get going, and parents are following them and they're taking videos because the child is empowered. They know exactly what they need to do, and they bring the parent along into this. So it's a different scene altogether. So yes, homework, but home stretch, and time should be utilized for learning. Should not be wasted in any case. They should never get onto the mobile or watch screen. And if so, they should be doing things. They should be doing a lot of reading. All of that is happening at this point in time. They dramatize the reading. So they read something, they act it out, they ask questions from Tina Toto by themselves, and it is a different scene.